So, all right. So we're going to start here. It is February 9th, 2022. This is the February meeting of the Guilford Shellfish Commission, Guilford, Connecticut. We have an annual or a monthly meeting, and this is the meeting for the month of February. We follow a set agenda. The agenda is the same every single month. I'm just going to follow along, and you should be able to see it on the screen as we go on. Item number 1 on the agenda is the public forum. I don't believe there's any members of public here tonight. Let me just flip through and see. No. Okay. Item 2, minutes of the the January meeting. They were sent out via email just the last day or two. Everybody got a chance to look at those? Any recommendation or changes from anybody? No, they look okay. Could someone make a motion to approve the minutes as submitted?
I move to approve the minutes from the January 2022 meeting.
John Hall, second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Thank you. Item 3 is commercial activity and licenses. Peter.
Yep. I'm just totaling things, so I'll take it over. Hold on.
Okay. Do you want me to come back to you?
Nope, I got it right here.
Okay.
I've just been scrambling with a number of personal matters, which took me out of town. So we're going to cover commercial activity. Let's see what we got here. We have for commercial activity, we have the following receivables for both recreational and commercial shell fishing. We have $360 Guilford Shellfish Commission cash. I'll finalize this, but it appears to be 15 annual residents, 7 annual residents senior. I think I might have mixed one in here. Again, I'm just scrambling, but $360 cash, $2,442 from LMH by check for lot 32 for the years 2021 and 2022. And $125 in 2 checks, Guilford Shellfish Commission, for 5 hats that we have had authorized to have made, a total of 150 of them. First 5 have been sold. Don's taken a number. I did not get to, being out of town, I did not get over to Captain Morgan's today, but he is going to also offer these, and I'm going to approach Page's Hardware to do the same sometimes, perhaps tomorrow, but more likely Friday. We'll cover that further in the agenda. The total amount of receivables is $2,927 for the month.
Peter, could I just add what I have? It's all tallied. I'm going to bring it to you right after the meeting.
Only if you bring it to me right after the meeting, John Hall, because otherwise I got too many balls in the air. Like,
No, I will.
last time I did that, I ended up writing a $55 check because I couldn't balance it.
I got I got the remaining 2021 receipts from the licenses from the fishing factory in Middletown. 3 non-residents, 1 non-resident senior, and 3 resident licenses.
Hold on, please. 3 non-res.
Yep.
Next.
1 non-resident senior and 3 resident licenses. One of them, I just want to note this for the minutes. Someone at the shop made a mistake and they sold a resident license to someone that lived in Middletown. I've never come across it before. I'll talk to Andrew, the owner, about that. I think it was oversight by one of his staff. Either way, it's a total of $365.
Okay.
And I have the remaining licenses. I'm going to give it all to you right after the meeting, Peter. And please have 2 hats ready for me, for my dad and brother. They would like one each.
Yep. So that amends the total to $3,292.
Terrific. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item,
I'll share again. Again, my
Next item.
apologies.
is bills and correspondence. Again, Peter, this one is all for you.
That's to be great. Okay. I have the following bills. Bob Berger, Bob, you covered the boat supplies, $295.84. Bob Berger, you picked up the commissioner hats. Very nice, by the way. Thank you. The total on that was $432. Judy Castellano, secretarial services, video only, $45.63. The total is $771.45 for the month. I'm not aware of any correspondence. I don't know if anybody checked in at Town Hall South.
I did check in one day last week as I was going by, and there was just a bunch of junk mail, so no official correspondence. Can we have a motion to approve the bills as submitted?
I would make a motion to approve the bills as submitted.
I'll second that. That's Ed Lombard.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you. Item number 5 on the agenda is the warden's report. I don't know if any wardens are here tonight. Alan Brown, Greg Marsh, Fred Hill, or Pete Beauvais. Anybody? I did get a text from Pete Beauvais. He is coming out of whatever self-imposed retirement. At least, so he says that he did a couple of patrols at Chaffinch earlier in January before the closure. And he said there was only a few people, obviously it's January. And everybody was in compliance.
I spoke with Alan and he did not file any warden fees. He just said he was looking out there. There was no activity. So it was really quiet.
Right. And Pete did the same. He said he did not file for any kind of reimbursement. Okay, item 6 on the agenda is subcommittees. Recreation Subcommittee, Peter or Ed. Ed, I don't have anything going on in the subcommittee. Do you have anything?
No, I don't have anything. I think Peter covered the recreational licenses.
Oh, excuse me.
Right.
Right. Peter, do you have any recreational licenses? Is this where that comes in?
Well, what I was combining them with the commercial activity and licenses, because licenses in item 3, it's not commercial activity, it's recreational.
Okay.
I put them on one form. It's one amount of receivables. I do them now there.
Okay, thank you. B under subcommittees is water sampling. We are closed at the moment. Seemingly shot us in the foot last month when I said we were open for a long period of time. We were open for like 2 months continuously. And then about 3 or 4 days later, we got closed for the full 2 weeks, and then reopened and then reclosed again about 2 or 3 days after that. So we are actually behind in the monthly water samples. We were not able to get the January sample in due to that closure. And we got to wait till I think the 15th or so before we can do the January or the February sample, unless we get an opportunity to do a reopening sample. But it sort of doesn't make sense to do a reopening sample and then have to do another monthly sample in a freezing cold and short month like February. Anybody else have anything to offer about samples?
No, Bob, I'm ready to, if and when we do the next, when we do the next sample, I'm ready and typically available unless I'm on the road.
Right. Yeah. And it gets more difficult in the wintertime because we have to give the fire department, 3 to 5 days lead time. And weather changes and schedules change and during that time, so it just gets to be a little more difficult. And I'm certain we'll be caught up once the spring gets here. Boat. Any news on the boat? John, you and I are sort of assigned to this. Have you done anything new with the boat?
No, I have the new trailer lights in my garage. I meant to put them on before the boat went away. I didn't get around to it with the holidays. I do want to this spring, actually probably in the next few weeks, pull it out of storage and obviously get it ready. But I think we should take care of the floor. The floor, it's down to the bare fiberglass where the paint is worn off. I think to do it right would entail really kind of the sanding it all down, doing a couple barrier coats of epoxy paint to make sure the glass is really sealed, and then doing a coat of floor paint. But it's doable. If it's okay, I'd like to allocate money for that. So if I buy all the materials, I could submit for them on the next meeting.
Okay, yeah, I think it's slowly deteriorating over the past couple of years. So yeah, that's fine. Got any idea about how much it may cost?
I think it's going to be a lot because I mean the paint itself is probably going to be north of like $250, and then you have to factor in all the mixing supplies, mixing buckets, all the tape, rags, the surface prep and all that. I just I just want to say like $500. I don't think it's going to be that much, but I mean, just in case, I don't know. I haven't even priced out the materials. I know the materials are going to be a lot. If we had it professionally done, it'd be a lot more. So I had to buy I had to buy the sanding discs. It's pretty
Right.
It's pretty involved. It's probably like 12 hours worth of work. So
And then we have to find a weather window and and availability for people to get down there and do it. So
That's what I was gonna, that is very temperature is very important with some of that. You need like 50 degrees and over
yeah.
a certain amount of time, or 60 degrees over.
You do.
Something.
The barrier coat, that stuff dries within, I mean, even though you need a temperature, that stuff dries within like 45 minutes of rolling it out. So I mean, I'm not too concerned about that. What's that?
A lot of times it still needs to cure for 24 or 48 hours,
Yeah.
even after it's dry to touch.
all right,
It's
we'll
true.
talk. The time will even if we end up waiting till April or May or something like that, we find the time. But how about we make a motion to approve $500 towards supplies for refinishing the floor of the Shellfish boat?
I'll make a motion to supply the $500 for the repairs.
Peter here, I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, good.
Just so you know, if we do it in May or whatever, the boat has to get hauled out. We can't do that with the boat in the water because I mean we'll be using you need to use an electric. I'm just saying we need to use an electric sander, the scuppers, like around the scuppers that take in water and stuff like that. So I just want you guys to be mindful of that. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, if the weather doesn't allow that we can do it before it goes in, then and we want to use it to do samples, then we can stick it in the water, take it out, and then do.
I'll go like to like Jamestown Distributors or whatever their website and read like the products that they have for that. It's probably needs like total boat products, but I'll read the tech sheets on that stuff.
Okay, great, thank you. Next item under subcommittees is stocking, which is Ed Lombard and Bob Berger. Ed, have you had any contact with anybody?
No, I have not.
Yeah, and neither have I. I had initial contact with the guys at ARC back in January, which I think I spoke about at the last meeting. And as far as I know, we are in the same position with the other suppliers as well, with Dolan and with Chris Walston. So I don't anticipate any difficulty with stocking in terms of where we need to be right now. Next item is finance. Peter Charlie.
Yeah, I did not receive a report from the town, so there's no update since last month.
Okay. Next item is special projects. John Seviak or Peter. Anything?
Yeah, I've been sending you those scanned documents of the procedure for approving shellfish areas. I'm still working on it. I have to put it into a Dropbox because they're big files. When I originally scanned them, I did them the wrong way. I should have put them all under one PDF, but I have to put them into a Dropbox, which I can send off to the rest of them. There's about 50 something files, but I think I sent maybe 28 files or so far. More to send. I gave you, they have a revised revision, like 200 from 2009, which is a lot shorter than the 56 ones that were originally done in 1989.
Oh, okay. So
And it's on the same thing. I needed the letter from the selectmen. It's got to be a short note stating that I'm a member of the Shellfish Commission, and then I'm a representative for the Land Acquisition Committee. Just simple sentence. That's all I need. And send it to the select.
I actually contacted Gary McKelney today about that.
Okay,
what
good.
they needed, and he said the exact same thing. And I'll send
Okay.
something off to.
Okay, yeah, they still got me on the commission, so there's no problem. You know.
Yeah, I'll take care of that for you.
Okay, thanks.
Signs. Signs. I think we are closed right now, except for Shell Beach. All the signs were clean and intact from that I saw. Mike, did you have any problems?
No, mine is in the same status, Bob. I Vaselined my lock, quite heavily because you get some rough weather down there and some surf, and that lock gets wet. So
Yeah,
it
I was
worked.
gonna a comment about that, the fact that we may need locks within the next couple of months. Ed, do you have locks left over from last year?
I believe there are one or two that have that same key common or the same key number.
Okay.
Is basically if you buy, if we have to buy like a whole lot of them, like a whole 12 or 15 or whatever, however they come, to get the same key. Otherwise, there'd be different keys for every sign.
All right. I will get together with you sometime soon, and then we can look
I
at
know
them.
I know there's at least one.
Okay. Yeah, one of them that I have was functioning, but not functioning well. So I would probably need to replace at least one, and then contact whoever we buy them from and see if we can get a whole bunch more, hopefully with the same key that we already have.
Okay. This last batch did not last well.
Oh, no.
The ones before were like 6 or 8 years old, and this last set was maybe 2 years old, I think, and they're already going bad.
Yeah, I remember that Tony bought these last ones, and it was not that long ago.
No, correct.
All right. Next item is the website. Peter, Charlie, any updates?
Only that I posted some previews of the hats that we authorized. They are in. I'm going to do an update on that once I finalize the distribution where they can be purchased. There's a lot of inquiries. I'd also like to basically say, or reach any of the commissioners. Anybody who gets a call, you can direct them over to me and I'll make arrangements.
Okay, very good. Okay, next item is item 7, which is updates on other committees. Land Acquisition Commission, John Seviak, anything new?
Nothing new. We're looking at 5 different properties. There's still judging, there's nothing to do with shellfish, but it's just judging properties to the value. That's about it. That's all I can say on it.
Okay, thank you. Also, John, Sea Grant Advisory Board, do you have anything?
I've gotten an email from Tessa that had a link to a summary of shellfishing in Connecticut. I could send that link off to you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I want to see that.
Okay.
Harbor Management Committee. Peter,
That's quiet time, nothing new to report there.
okay, very good. Docks, moorings, or other potentially impacting projects. John or anybody?
No report.
I took a drive around today with the nice weather, and I did not see anything that was new or different near any of this of the bed. So, okay, item 8, old business. Same old review of the Shellfish Management Plan. I had spoken last month to the guys at BOA and there was no update, and have not heard anything since. So nothing new on the Shellfish Management Plan. B, the RFP process for new commercial lots, including dual purpose lots. Limited leases based on grower and harvester being set criteria showing lot to be used appropriately. This is also a carryover from a couple of meetings ago where we have some new interest from kelp growers and what the process is going to be for approving lots in areas that may be used for kelp during the winter season and may also be used for shellfish during the summer season, and whatever conflict that may come up if there are two different people that want the same area. I have not heard anything from the state. Peter or anybody have anything else new?
No, nothing.
No, I mean, I do want to reference that I did email, the name escapes me, a fellow on town employee who oversees in IT, the town server that hosts the town GIS system. I do need to follow up on that, which I will do and begin the progress of moving our files off of the ancient laptop and onto the town server. There's no charge for them to be hosted there or us to access them. You know, we'll have the option then of using a third party that they contract with if we, to get the files updated as necessary and any basic changes we want. So I'm going to try to get it structured so I can turn some of that over to Don Kowalski, who volunteered to take over the commercial licensing and also, how we manage the GIS plots and mapping and all that.
Yeah, it'll be good once that's there. I have no familiarity with how that system works. And aside from lot numbers, I'm not really sure as to the specific location of where some of the lots are.
The few times that I logged on to that computer and figured out how to find the files and run it under ArcGIS, and then, I'd have to watch the cycle thing going, go get a cup of coffee, maybe make some breakfast before it would actually load anything. And it's I looked into the cost of us replacing the laptop, getting a cloud license. It was, versus the town's already got everything. We can load it on there. Then everybody benefits by seeing our maps, town maps. It's all one central location as a repository, and we have no charge to do so.
Yeah, I think that's wise. Anybody else? Anything? No. There's another item on here, another carryover from prior meetings, which says infrastructure funding for Long Island Sound. That was something that, again, not since early January have I heard anything from the BOA about that, unless anybody else has.
No, I teed that up really just for all of us to keep our ear to the ground, because I've heard a number of things. But it'd be great to, if any of us find any insights on what's going on with that funding. I've heard a few things, but nothing substantial to substantiate rather. We should be tuned into that though.
Yeah, no, I think it's great to keep our eyes and ears open. In fact, I will try and reach Alyssa tomorrow at the BOA to see what's new,
Yeah.
different, anything.
That'd be great.
D under old business are the Shellfish Commission hats.
Boom.
Something
Came
that
out-
did
Came
actually
out great. They're available. People have seen them. I think nope, Mike, that's a commission hat. That's a limited edition. We have hats for the everyday pedestrian. Yep, that's a limited edition Shellfish Commissioner and Warden hat. But we have for the everyman, the pedestrian, those that really want to support us and help us push our brand out, 3 different sort of hats. So they're fun. We'll get them out in distribution and I think we'll probably sell those out certainly by springtime or so.
Yeah, I think they came out really nicely. And if we can get, just get a little traction in terms of, people start to see them out there. If we get them into Pages Hardware, I think we'll sell them out in no time.
Or, everybody in Guilford's going to be wearing one. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I
Right.
agree. I think Pages will be that's a
Yeah.
great call there, and Morgan's and, through the rest of us.
Yeah, I'll
Here,
talk
I'll
to
take,
Andrew.
I'll take a few. I can come by your house at some point.
Yeah, but after this week, I got a personal thing with family. After this week, I should be on the ground and more accessible, Mike.
Okay, no rush.
Thanks, buddy.
Right, make clams cool again.
Yeah, let's get going on that.
Right. Item 9 is new business. Anybody have anything new they want to discuss? No? Okay.
February meeting. Perfect. 8:06.
Okay.
Item 10, adjournment. So I want to make a motion to adjourn.
I motion that we adjourn the February 2022 meeting.
Peter, I'll see you in 5 minutes.
All right, brother.
All right, second.
I second the motion.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
I
All right, folks, ladies, gentlemen, thank you.
Take
See
care.
you all.
Bye all.
Take care.
Have a good day.